So, I am going to be talking about a strange TikTok I saw. I don't think it's a new TikTok. I think it's a video that has resurfaced, and it is obviously AI. It's AI, but the first impression I got when I saw this video was this looks weird. And that is part of the reason why I'm making this video, because of the confusion and the division also in the comments. And it's actually insane that we live in a era now where we have to question if something is real or not because of AI. Like, honestly, okay, let me just hold this microphone real quick. The first reason I think this looks real is because, one, the sound when it flaps, it sounds legit. Two, it actually has a shadow. People in the comments were like, check for the shadow, check for the shadow. AI always misses a shadow, but it actually has a shadow. If you zoom in at the beginning, there's a shadow on its feet, on the pavement, you see. And the wings look real. They look a bit lighter, but they look real. Let's see what else. Also, they are communicating. There's like commotion, there's reactions. I asked someone in the comments, like, who actually understands what these people are saying, because it's in Hindi, right? And one guy was like, I understand and I think it's real, because one guy says, am I dreaming? And to him, apparently, that's not something AI would say. So the dialogue is interesting. The way it flies off as well. Let's watch it again. Hold on. Oh my god. It looks real, the horse. It's every bit of galloping and the leap to fly. Like when it's about to fly right there, it just looks real. Let's watch it again. Oh my god, I'm one of them, aren't I?
Are sirens slash mermaids real? Honestly, I believe so, yes.
This is something a Facebook mom would believe. Okay, I'm not this gullible, but like I said, the reason why I'm even making this video is because of the division in the comments and people not really understanding why it looks so real. I don't understand it either. AI is just getting better and better. It's gonna be really scary in the future, maybe even 10 years or so. Let's get into why this looks fake. One, why is this Pegasus standing there? Why is it not moving? It just doesn't make sense for them to get that close and for it to still be there. Like, it's a wild animal. It's gonna fear human beings. And it should have flown away sooner than this. That's the first sign. The second sign is, it seems, like I said in the beginning, it has a shadow, but the shadow seems to sort of disappear by the time it's leaping to fly. At this, you can see it. There should be a shadow between those two houses, because there's, you can see like the bit of sunlight coming through, but there's no shadow. The sun is on the left, and you could see the house shadows on the right on the pavement. So there should be the horse's shadow as well. Where is the shadow? That's the second reason. When it's flying off, it looks a bit cartoonish, I'm not gonna lie. It looks a little bit cartoonish. Also, when it's flapping its wings, I don't see any debris. I don't see any air being pushed. So that should be happening. That's not happening. It seems to not touch the power lines. Let's watch this again. Or maybe the wings are not long enough to touch the power lines. First of all, not first of all, I've already named a few reasons, but like, what I'm about to say is the most logical reason. It's not the fact that people think it's fake or not fake. The real problem is actually a physics problem. And I'm not a physics expert. God knows I am bad at math, but aerodynamically, it doesn't make sense. The wings look like they're human-sized wings, like wings you could install on a person, not on a horse. They're too small to sustain flight. The wingspan is not anything close to what it should be for the horse to even lift itself up in the air. A horse is 500 kgs, right? 500 kgs is insane. So a horse would need at least like tens of meters. If we're talking wingspan, yeah, it would have to have massive wings, like actually massive wings. Flight is a lot of work. And also, it would absolutely not look the way it looks in this video or the way it's portrayed in movies, you know, the Pegasus or like the unicorns, you know, these fictionals. Even though I also kind of believe sometimes fiction closely reflects reality. So, but yeah, not only would the wings need to be a lot bigger, but even like the structure, its body would not be this pretty, or like a horse would have to look like it's on steroids for it to have the flight mechanism, because flight takes a lot of energy, right? And have you guys noticed that birds, not all birds maybe, but a lot of birds are like this, like forward leaning, they're buff in this area and their chest is kind of like puffed up. That makes sense, right? Because when you're flying, it's a lot of things going on here. I think one wing beat takes a huge amount of force. So there's a lot of muscle here. And that contributes to what a horse would look like. So honestly, like this horse is too pretty to even like be a real Pegasus. It would look like it's on steroids and it would just be massive. Like, and I think humans have the same problem. That's why flight is so hard. Like, we would have to have a completely different build up here. So the horse just doesn't look realistic. Or maybe, you know, because it's not a creature of the earth. Yeah, basically. I wonder how many AI videos are out here that look so real. Maybe that is the purpose of AI. Anyways, thank you for watching. I know this was sort of a silly video, but I don't like my channel to be too serious. I just like to just play around sometimes, here and there.
Red Bull gives you wings.